Good morning, everyone. This is Cindy, and I'm the Tireless Tangler. Welcome to day 13 of the 100-day project. Today's tangle is Betweed. That is a Zentangle HQ Original. And Betweed is a really well-known tangle, and so a lot of you may know how to do this, but just in case you don't, I wanted to show you two quick versions of that and maybe give you some ideas on how to expand the way that you do that. And this may not be anything new to you. You may just be able to put Betweed in your pattern with no problems, and you probably can. I'm just going to show you the two ways that I know about this, and we'll go from there. So in its first form that they teach us at seminar is done in a star. And basically what Betweed is it's going to be two sets of overlapping lines that look sort of like this. And you'll start on one side and then bring your line up on the other side. And they like to give the end of the line just a tad bit of weight. It gives it a very cool look. Then you just switch, add a little weight, now I can't quite get this as a normal part of my stroke the way so many get that nicely done. But basically, you fill in each section of your star like this, and you have something really cool come out from that. See if I can quickly get this done. I really appreciate you guys still showing up every day. I'm a little messy with that extra weight. I have a real problem with that. It's an issue for me. So I try to practice it, but it doesn't always go well. You know, I'm finding everybody has things that they're better and worse at. So many people love the grid patterns, and they're so precise and exact. And so many people like the more free-form organic type tangles, and I think it's cool that there's tangles for everybody out there. Well, the shaking is making this a bit problematic for me today, but you guys get my idea here. And I'm just gonna quick finish this. We will speed this up so you don't have to watch the shaking. Anything that requires precise downlay of something causes me problems. I found that my fine motor skills, my extra fine motor skills, are the ones that suffer from the shaking the most, and so they can be very frustrating to do detail work with, which is a lot of the reason I like to work a little larger. I think it's less intimidating for me. I also think it's okay to admit the struggles. I really struggle trying to let go of my preconceived notions and being free to go ahead and try new patterns and things that I think, ooh, I'm not gonna like that. I just think it helps us grow as artists. That was a little short. But see, even though your star may not be evenly drawn, when you're done with this, the cool factor on it is immense. And when you add a little bit of shading, although this pattern doesn't necessarily need a lot, you have something really cool that people will ooh and ah over. I don't know about you guys, but I tangle everywhere I go. Everywhere. Whether I'm taking my little one someplace where I've got to wait for him, or I'm sitting waiting at a doctor's office or something else, I'm always drawing, and I'm starting to think that it's stunting me socially. I went to a birthday party and ended up, instead of really socializing with someone, sitting and drawing. And I sometimes wonder if it's stunting my growth, but I find it such a wonderful conversation starter. So, well, this isn't meant to be an epic masterwork here, but you guys get the impression how this goes. So then you shade it, and you've got a star-shaped Betweed. Now, the one that I want to do for today's pattern is also in something they teach at seminar with Betweed, which is to lay out a couple of pencil lines as in a ribbon tangle, and to separate it sort of like this. And some of you who did the project pack that we did with the ribbons, I think, was that the 12 Days of Christmas one? Project Pack 3. We used this in one of the ribbon tangles that we did, and I'm trying to remember which one it was. We may have used it for a fragment. Anyway, this is a really, wow, that was not meant to be. Okay, this is a really cool way to approach Betweed in a ribbon style pattern, and then you just start at the bottom, and you can make these as thin or as thick as you want, depending on the level of intricacy that you want. The more layers, the thinner you make these, the more intricate and woven it will look. But even wide like this, it's pretty cool. Well, okay. I am not going to win any prizes for Artist of the Year, but maybe for teaching is not so bad. One of the reasons that you will see my artwork look a little bit different, i.e. better, except for when we do this on the tutorials, is the fact that when I usually draw, I lay reclined with my shoulder and arm supported, and when I do these videos, I'm having to move my arm and sit up at a different angle, and it makes it a little problematic for me with the shaking. But I think I'm getting the point across here, and that is that this is a cool pattern. Now, for shading on this type of thing, a cool way to shade is along the sides of your division, so that you sort of bunch this up and make it sort of poofy by shading each side. And this is probably the version that I will use in our pattern, in our knot pattern for today. Not my neatest work. So okay, that's the general idea on this, and let's get busy with Betweed in this pattern and get done. All right, Betweed. I believe that I am going to use that right here, make it short and sweet, I'm going to change from my PN to my 01 in black, simply because it's a finer nibbed pen and it's a little easier for me to handle. Let's see. All right, zoom a little bit and we'll be done momentarily. All right, first of course is to add your inner aura. I think yesterday I called it an outer one. Either way, it's that one on the inside. All right, and then for Betweed, I think I will go ahead and do one. I think I will do one, or I could do one going up each side and make it bigger. I think I'll do this. Yeah, okay. And then and then I'm going to add this up here. Okay, let's try this again. Not going to take long at all. So we're not going to be able to see any of this. Good thinking, Cindy. Good thinking. On the other hand, we'll be able to see all of it on the other side. There. I'm calling it done on that side. And over here, I'm going to start like this. Try to remember this coming from further over. I kind of like it all curvy this way. Alright, add that in up there, one here. Not bad. I kind of like how that turned out. Put a couple of mummy eyes in there, and we'll be ready for Halloween.
Wait, when is Halloween?
Halloween's in October, honey. It's May, or April. So not for a while. I'm definitely going to want to put some more shading in here. Do my second go. All right. Ooh, I like it. Nicely done. Well, we still got to connect over here. Zoom out a little bit. But we are making progress, ladies and gentlemen. Day 13 is in the books, and day 14 is tomorrow. And I will see you in the morning for the next pattern in our arsenal, and I can't wait to see over the next few weeks how this fills out. It's going to be so incredibly cool, and so many of y'all's that you have out on the internet are so much better than this one. I'm just so excited to see everyone's work. So I will see you tomorrow morning on day 14, and I wish you all the joy in drawing that I have found. Bye-bye.